Alright guys, welcome back to Crystal Heights Zoo and Gardens. Look at this! Look at this! I just like 5 seconds ago, well, not 5 seconds ago, like 2.5 minutes ago, I just threw this together really quick. I started over here. Yeah, and I just made this randomly. I had no plan for it. I just kind of went willy-nilly and put some fencing around. I kind of developed an idea for the design as I went. And speaking of which, you should probably, holy crap, too much excitement. You're probably wondering what exhibit this is going to be. This is actually these guys. This is going to be the polar bear exhibit. And I'm really excited. I like the idea I've just come up with. It wasn't even an idea. Like I said, it was completely spontaneous. And check this out. This is going to be their den. This is actually, so I don't know if I can actually, I don't know if they'll actually be able to get through there, to be honest. Let's see if we can test this. I'm going to put 2 in here. And to tempt them out, I am going to put some food out here. And we'll see what they do. But yeah, this is, I think it's Snowleo. Someone who I think is kind of retired from the Zoo Tycoon community. But I think he's the one who originally made this shelter here. And released it for everyone. This is what it looks like without anything built up around it. And then there are walls that you can actually... This is the whole set that comes with it. And you can build it up to make it look like an actual concrete enclosed building slash shelter for your animals. Only problem is I actually did not smooth the ground out, I don't think, no, before putting this stuff down. So we're going to have to delete this really quickly and do a better version of it. This was just really rough, like I said. So it doesn't look like they can actually get out of there. So we're going to have to figure this out. But yeah, as you guys can probably tell, I'm pretty excited to be back here. Hope you guys are too. And before I do anything else, I just want to say I am very sorry if I sound congested today. I do have a cold, and I'm still kind of in the middle of it. I haven't recovered yet. I actually feel just fine considering that I'm sick. I feel well. I just have some congestion and a bit of a runny nose and a cough. So I'm gonna do my best to. What am I even doing? I'm gonna do my best to try not to cough or sniff too much and edit out what I can't stifle. So hopefully it's not too irritating for you guys. I really hope you won't mind. I really just wanted to get some more recording out because I am super pumped. I just released let's see, what am I doing here? Tundra. I just released a new Desert Zoo episode, which was awesome. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's awesome. I'll leave that up to your guys' judgment. It's awesome that I just got around to recording again because I loved it. It was a lot of fun. What am I doing? These guys can get going for a minute. And now that I've got that filled in, I'm going to delete these because, whoops, I don't want to delete that fence. That's part of the archway. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete these now that we've got the outline placed down so I can put them back where they belong really easily. And flatten the ground real quick. Get rid of this too. Alright. I think everything's actually flat over here, so I'm not going to ruin anything by just... Yeah, there we go. That's fine. I just got to be careful not to hit this hill over here, because I like this hill that I built up there. Okay, let's just, for good measure, okay, I think we're good. Let's check this out. Yep, everything looks flat. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Alright, so let's put this fencing back in. We're not going to leave it all glass like it was. We're going to have it solid wall in certain spots. Just give the bears more privacy. And we have some really nice gray rocks that we could use to build up this and make it look really natural, actually. They're, what are they? Let's see. What are they under? I think they're under coastal. Yeah, we've got these ones. The textures are not super, super, super amazing, but you know what? I will not complain. They are pretty good still. We can definitely work with them. So that's probably going to be a big part in this exhibit. Anyhow, let's see if we can put this back here. I loved it right there. I just need to see if I can get it so that the structure of this is not poking through the walls like it was last time. If you remember what I mean. Okay, well, It kind of is still. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. You guys think we could make that work anyways? I don't know if I don't think it looks too bad. That doesn't look terrible. It could just be considered extra detail or something. Alright, yeah, let's try and see if we can make this work. I really want this to be a usable entrance for them. Alright, are these any different besides just height-wise? I don't think so. So let's just make sure this is open all the way. Like this. And there are stones that came with this pack, like stepping stones to get up into the exhibit through here. So maybe we have to use one of those to make it accessible by the bear. That's a bigger one. This is a smaller one. We could do it like this. Make it a gradual incline. That's cool, but unnecessary. Let's just do this. Whoops, can't pick it up again. Let's just do one. Well, I'll put it back the way it was, just to see if that's actually what's required to be there for it to function and then go in and out. So let's go and put them back again. This time let's keep them on the outside and put their food on the inside and see if that works to tempt them in. I really hope so, because this would be really, really awesome if we can make it work. Oh, maybe you can't. Oh, yeah, I think there's like specific food that was made so that it'll actually be able to be placed in there. I don't know if I have it installed, though. It was like a very particular thing that was a food palette that was designed so that it could go on top of the platform here. Oh, okay, so the water dish can. The water dish can, that works. Although, they're going to have a big swimming pool right over here, so I don't think it's necessary to give them water inside too. So let's not worry about that for now. Maybe we can just leave it like that. Although, you know what, really, really quickly, I will put some hay down, because I already know I'm going to want some in there. Here we go. Woo! Okay, that's good enough for now. Sweet. Now, Alpine Ibex is really thirsty. I haven't done anything else with this exhibit yet, guys. I know I said that I would off-camera fix this up and spruce it up a little bit more, which I do usually with every exhibit that I make, but I haven't quite gotten around to it yet, so. I do kind of want to renovate this again. I'm not entirely happy with what their shelter looks like, and just their area over here in general. It looks kind of, I don't know, low-tech, run-down type of thing. I feel like they need something more sophisticated as a shelter. So I'll take a look at that later. I am going all over the place here. Whoops. Okay. You know what? This is kind of a small exhibit for polar bears if we're talking realistically here, but for the zoo, for the game, I feel like this is like the perfect size. It doesn't seem so small that it's cramped, but it's, you know, it's not taking up the entire zoo either, which is great. You know what? I'm going to save these shenanigans before we lose any data by a crash or something, because this game likes to do that sometimes. Alright, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and put down some of the solid rock walls over here in particular. Makes sense since it's over at their shelter. You want to give them extra privacy. And I wonder if I wonder where I'm putting the solid rock walls. I wonder if wherever they are, we could also put rocks to like cover, like just like a rock background, like a rock cliff is backing their exhibit. That could be pretty cool. So maybe I'll just leave it like that, and the rest can be glass. And actually, I kind of want to do it like that too. The tricky part, guys, the most difficult part of building this exhibit is going to be this spot right here. Excuse me. This is going to be their swimming hole. And to build this, I'm going to have to remember how to make a marine/land hybrid exhibit, which I have not done in I don't know how long. So you're going to have to give me a little bit of patience, guys, while I try and figure this out. We want the freeform tank placement. Ooh, stone tank wall. They actually have one specific for this. That is fantastic. Okay. I presume they have a clear version. I would hope so. It's probably just... yeah, it would just be one of the regular glass panels, I guess. Alright, anyways. Fantastic. So, we're going to want to do it like this. Holy crap. Alright, come on. Whoa, okay. Alrighty, well, let's see now what we can do with this. Okay, fantastic. So there's our, there we go. They should be able to easily get in and out of there now. Fantastic. Alright, this can be lowered to the same height. And then after we're done lowering all this, we're going to go back and put glass in here so people can see. And then we'll try and start getting the viewing area on the other side of this wall prepared. I kind of want to do this first because I know this is going to be the hardest part for me. Hopefully it all goes over really easy. I think I know what I'm doing here. I think. But we may run into some problems, but we'll see. Also, I'm using this path here instead of this path because it just goes really well with this exhibit, I think. I love it. So, alright. Now, okay, glass panels. I'm going to go with the dark wood acrylic tank wall. I hope you'll be able to see easily into this exhibit with the... Whoa! The hell happened there? Okay, there we go. There we go. I hope the water's not going to appear all funny. Because... Oh, I remember what I need to do here. Okay, we're going to have to lower the land over here a fair bit to see into here. Can they drink from this? I don't think they can actually drink from... Like, if I had, like, a regular pond, just, like, built with shallow water, like this, whoa, not like that. I don't want to swamp the entire exhibit. Just as an example, like, if I just do that, they should be able to drink from it, but if it's counted as a tank, I don't think they can drink from that. So let's just plop some stuff down for them right now, for the sake of satisfying them for the moment, so they don't die while we're building stuff. Shabam, perfect. Save job again. I apologize, but better to be safe than sorry, right? So, please be patient with the save spamming. I could cut it out, but I don't think it's worth it, just for a couple of seconds. Alright, so, let's see what we can do here. Bam! Pretty sure that's all you gotta do, really. Yeah, see, there you go. You can see down into the water now. The tricky part about making this look good is that there's only certain plants and decorations that can actually be placed inside of a tank. And, but actually, besides that, the main thing is you can't really terraform in here. At least, you know what, let me try. I don't think you can. I think it has to remain a flat bottom. Yeah, you can't terraform in here. It has to remain flat, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? Alright. So, let's try and make this look decent. How far do I want this? I kind of like it like that. Okay, we can... Let's, like this. Okay. So it'll be like... Oh man, I know how we can make this look really cool. Oh man, oh, we can build this up so nice. Alright. That's gonna go like that. We are going to smoothen this out. How are we gonna do this? I need to do this real quick to prevent the land from being altered here. Okay. I want to smooth this out, this incline here. Whoops, nope, no. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to do this. Because I don't want this path to be warped. Only this part right here needs to be sloped. Okay. Whoa, that's not what we want there. That's the trickiest part regarding all of this, is just getting the terrain to work how you want. Alrighty. So this could actually be kind of interesting, actually. If we left it with these walls like this, I think this kind of looks cool. And what I could do here to make it look really built up and pretty would be like foliage just right in here between the walls. Wouldn't that be nice? Just come down here, like surrounded by a little, like plants and nature and stuff, and just have these big old polar bears swimming at you. That could be awesome. Alright. So, yeah, I think that works out really well. That was easy. That was pretty easy. As far as the the mechanics go. That was my main worry, but it seems I was worrying for nothing. Fantastic. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Ooh, that seems a little awkward from this angle. No. Little steep. A little bit steep. We can fix it, though. Um... How's that? That's a little bit better. Now, maybe to lead down into there, we could have little sloping bits of fence. 0, 1 I think I need, not 1, 2. Yeah, 0, 1. Here we go. Holy crap-a-doodle. I am alright with that, you guys. That's not bad. I don't like how obnoxiously blue the glass is, but I really don't think there's anything we can do about that. I think that's just how, like, all the glass is in this game. Some of them are really blue and other ones are kind of just really dark, I think. So I'll have to take a look and see what options we have and see if there's anything that looks a little bit better. Hello? Tank, please. Here we go. Oh, my bad. I was on the wrong tab. Derp. Okay. Fantastic. And fantastic. Okay, I think we can make this work. This is wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that's really blue. Okay. Are those polar bears happy? I feel like they're just standing and doing nothing. Okay, they have eaten and drunk, so that's good. It's not so blue from up here, the glass, so it is from down here. I feel like the walls can be lower. The tank walls can be lower over here than they are over here. So what I might do is use those coastal rocks I was talking about in order to kind of build up over here and then graduate down into a lower wall so it doesn't just look awkward with the big wall over here and then a lower one here with like no transition. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh my god, I love this corner over here. Ah, okay. Tree needs to go right here. Because I say so. Oh my gosh. Or something, I don't know. Something fancy. Alright, foliage. Shenanigans. Plants and stuff that makes things look good. Time to put those down. Let's gotta get our palette gathered over here. Definitely need that. Well, we don't really need to take those over because we have them right there already. Anything else that I can bring over? That's already used in here. We don't need that. Don't really need these sorry, not alpine, boreal rocks. Oh yeah, real quick, since you guys just got a peek at this, and you're going to be wondering what it is, I will explain. I was experimenting with putting like an aviary area over here. This would have been, we've got 3 here, and this would have been for the lammergeier, which is actually used to be one of my favorite birds. Would probably be in this larger one here. We'd have like a snowy owl in one and a boreal owl in another, or a great horned owl. I forget if it's called a boreal or a great horned in this game, the one that I have installed. But yeah, so I was experimenting with that. I don't know what I think of this. I feel like this is too much just flat, uninteresting space here with the path, just like too much path down. On one hand, that could be good. It could just add interest to this particular area of the zoo, just have like a lot of path and walking space. However, if I did leave it like that, I feel like I'd have to do it a little bit differently and just break it up a little bit with some kind of design or like food stalls or something to make it work. I like this little circular area with the tree though. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, so we're not working on this right now, but I may come back to, I'll either decide off camera what I want to do with it, or I'll come back to it later on camera if I have some inspiration for what we can do to make that work. Alright, back here. Oh, I thought this was oh my gosh, you guys. I thought this was a roaming polar bear that got out of the exhibit for some reason. How do you even mistake a leafless shrub for a polar bear? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to, like, calm down and gather myself. Whew, okay. What are we doing here? Foliage and everything. Alright, so we've pretty much got everything we need around us. I'm just going to go ahead and do the rocks first. That seems like the easiest thing to do. So we need taller ones that are going to cover the, reach over the height of the fence that we have here. That one's not quite tall enough. These are wide, but not really tall. This works. I knew this one would work. We need to, blah, blah, blah. We need to keep the fence so that obviously they can't actually get out, but make it low enough that you can't see it so it just looks like a rock background. I feel like there's too many rocks. I feel like there's too much. Maybe we should just use the regular coastal rocks, because I actually feel like that might add a bit more color now that I see this put into play. Maybe brown would actually be better for more color variation so everything's not so gray. So let's do that instead. Okay, I don't think this is working out quite as well as I expected it to, so I'm going to scrap it. And I have a different idea for how to utilize some rocks for this exhibit. Alright, so what we're going to do instead, real quick, because this is going to bug me, I'm just going to fill this in so there's no grass. Okay. Now what we're going to do is actually raise the land behind here. Whoa, we don't want to mess up the tank. Raise the land here. Not too much, just enough to make a solid hill. Alright. Now let's see if we can put those rocks down behind the exhibit wall and make it look good. We may, depending on how this looks, we might switch it out for those gray rocks and see if those work as well, or if they work better. I really hope this works out. This could be a good idea. This almost looks like something you'd see in the desert, these rock formations. So maybe we'd be better off doing it like that. Or for that kind of exhibit, I mean. Alright, let's just quickly see how this might look with a bunch of vegetation thrown in there. Tree there, tree there. Maybe a larger one back here. Dead tree. Whoops, that's not a dead tree. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Damn. Alright. Where do we want this? Right here, maybe. Bunch of dead shrubs. This is going to look funny lowered now, so I'm just going to raise it back up again. If I'm going to get an idea of how it's going to look, I want it to look as finished as possible. So, alright. That could look good. It could look good. I'm going to leave it for now, and we're going to just work on continuing to build up the inside of the exhibit and see how this kind of evens out and looks after that. Okay. So I think the first thing we should do is figure out where we want their food, and also what kind of enrichment they need and that we want to be in there. And then we can kind of build the rest of the vegetation and decorations around that. So they've got their shelter, so that's all settled. Don't need that. Oops. Oh yeah, ice flows. Might want to have some of those in here. That's too big. Takes up too much swimming space. We could have this. Maybe kind of attach the side there so they can... Looks like they can just walk from the land right onto it. Okay. Kind of want to do this real quick. Just kind of build this up. Maybe have a semi-planned look here. Like, this is what I'm looking for. Maybe not just a little, blah, 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 blah. What's the word I'm looking for? Not a overgrown look here, like a planned look with trees positioned where people want them. Ooh, I like that. That definitely gives the feel that I wanted. Alright. Alright. So, that's for underwater viewing. We've got regular viewing over here and more viewing over here. So, okay. Well, the exhibit is kind of small enough and there's enough viewing areas. There's like 3 for this one exhibit, which is kind of crazy. That guests are going to be able to see them doing everything no matter where in the exhibit they are. So don't have to worry about positioning feeding stations near where people can see them because they're going to be able to see them anyways. Whoops. Okay, so it just pretty much depends where we want to have their feeding stations and where they can access them. As far as what we just think looks good. Apparently they can't reach it right there for some strange reason. But I'm going to put it there and see if they can anyways. I think it was... Oh no, the metal food trial was over here where they couldn't reach it. So it looks like that guy's going for it. Hopefully he can. Sweet, okay, he's eating from it. Fantastic. I think I'm okay with their food staying there. And, water. I guess we could probably just stick it right there. I don't think I'm gonna try and use too much of it, because polar bears are used to complete snow. Although, at the same time, this is a zoo and it's not going to be a perfect representation of their natural habitat. Zoos never really are, usually, so maybe it's not such a big deal. Have a little dirt on the edge of their water. Okay, we need to give them that ice block toy. Where do we want this, guys? Where would be good? What can we see from over here? Alright, I feel like it'd be easier to see them playing from over here. This gives a fuller view of the exhibit, while as over here pretty much just gives you like a sneak peek. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the foliage down first before putting their entertainment stuff down, because I'm kind of drawing a blank a little bit on what I would like to do here. So, I don't think these cause any oh yeah, they do cause terrain changes. Damn. Alright, well that's okay. Not a big deal. I'll just pile them up here. That's okie dokie. Their food I'm going to get rid of for the time being. Just while I design stuff. It's good that he just ate so he won't complain for a little bit. Okay. I think this is going to be good. I think we're going to be just fine, guys. Putting down lots of shrubs because honestly I'm not sure how much else would be able to you'd really, you know, any healthy kind of growth you'd really find around the tundra. Their exhibit should be kind of bare because that's what bare puns. That's what their natural habitat is like, so. Okay, just throw them down a bone for no other reason than we can. Give them a tire. Alright, it's just starting to look a little bit more built up. I do want one or two trees, so we'll just have something like this. Right here, why not? I wonder if polar bears in real life would just probably like knock these down if we gave them to them in an exhibit like this. Maybe put a little bit more dirt in the back here. Just a little. Okay. Looking good, I think. I think that's looking pretty good. A little bit more dirt right there. I am loving these leafless shrubs way too much. I apologize, guys. But hey, if it makes this exhibit look good and you guys like it, then I do not apologize one bit, and I'll be very pleased. Okay, I think we're probably good for now for those. That's quite a bit of shrubs. I think I want to make a covered viewing area right here, maybe. Little enclosed spot, like with a roof and walls for guests to view from. And in this spot right here, I kind of want something that's bushy and will block the view a tiny, tiny, tiny bit from the exhibit. So that would be this tree, probably. Although it's clipping through the grass now. I mean, not the grass, the glass. But is that a big deal? It's you can't really tell too badly, actually. I wonder if there's anything else we... I know what would look cool here, you guys. I just had an idea. Okay. We need statues. We need pillar statues. To be more specific. Have we used this? Yeah, we did use... Oh, well, no, we've got this building over here that the pillars go with, but over here we've used that. And I think that's kind of what we're going to stick with. 4. Yeah, 4. That's what I need. Ooh, I think it's going to look good, guys. I hope so, anyways. What do I need here? I think it's this. Nope, I don't think it's that, actually. Well, here, let's see how it looks. Ooh, that's kind of funny. That is kind of funny, because this corner here. Ooh, can we fix that? I don't think we can. Oh, we totally did! We did! Holy crap, you guys. Alright. Oh, but do I still... I don't know if I like it still. I feel like maybe the glass has to go higher if we're going to do that. Or we could just make the thing lower. Let's do that. Delete this and make it... Whoops. Make it a 3. Goddamn. Make this a 3. I guess we should have just removed this in the first place. That would have made life easier. There we go. Okay. Bring it down. That doesn't quite have the same effect I was looking for, but it still works. This is nice. I like that. There's really no purpose to it, besides it looks fancy. Okay. So I guess we can do something kind of similar over here. Needs to be higher than that, though, I think. It's probably going to look really low. Yeah, let's see if we can't make it higher. Just by 1. And then we're going to bring the glass up to meet it. Ooh, I don't think we can. No. It just turns to solid wall if we do that. Okay, well, we could probably make it work lower. That's okay. We'll see how it looks. Not a big deal. Ooh, we can make this fan... Oh, it's not long. It's not... we could maybe do like this. Maybe. That way we can make it super fancy and have, like, walkways go like this. Whoops. Whoa, you guys, this might be really cool. Ooh, maybe we could just have it open, but with, you know, supports all around the outside. This is just too wide. Actually, nope, I don't want it to go all the way. I want it to stop right there. Alright. Now, let's see what we can do. Okay, this does not look too bad. This could actually work out pretty good, I think. Yeah, we just need to have a little more something around the outside here. Polar bear's hungry. I should probably refill it. Oh, I didn't even give him more food. That's why. Sorry, guys. Oh, they had a baby already. Holy crap, that was fast. Rocking them babies. All right. I think I might just put their food over here. That might be easiest. Food and water over here. Just for now, anyways. We can change it if we feel the need to. Is this cramped, you guys? I don't know if this feels cramped. This one wide walkway here, and then this whole stuff built up right there. I don't know if that feels cramped. Anyways, let's continue building this up a little bit and see how it looks. What if we did this? How's that? Alright, I really do like this here, I think. It's pretty cool. It really looks like a built-up viewing area, which, for me at least, if I'm looking through a zoo and I come across something like really impressively built up, then that definitely makes me more excited to view the exhibit. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to want some nice decorations on either side of here. Trees and stuff built up. Alright guys, let me show you what I've done here. I did have to give you a little bit of a speed run just now because I was starting to get a little bit flustered and needed to just kind of calm down and take my time and kind of work with what we've got here. So what I did was I changed the dirt from grassland dirt to alpine dirt because it's kind of more gray in color and I feel like it goes better with the tundra. It also reduces how much grass is actually visible here. One of the things that was bothering me was a whole bunch of bright green, like right here. Too much of that around in this exhibit. So yeah, I did that. And for this, I decided to keep this Roman building looking kind of ceiling like I've got over here. And I did expand the pathway here a little bit and also made it all gray here. I might continue the gray all the way through this section of the zoo for however long I build it up for. Depending on how I like it, I might actually, I'll experiment and see if I actually like that path everywhere. But I feel like that might make everything a little bit too gray if I did it everywhere, so we'll just have to wait and see. So I've got this roof here, like you guys saw me start building. I think it looks kind of fancy. Walking through here, I think this is pretty nice. I am going to dress this up more. There's going to be more trees and stuff around here. I made a little hill right here. And I come in here and we've got their icebox toy right there. Oh yeah, I'm missing more rocks and actual logs. We need to put those in. So let's grab a couple of these, actually. I thought I was forgetting something. Alright. We can put this here. We've got a big pile of logs here. That's actually a beaver lodge that I put down right here. Just because it's a bunch of sticks, I thought it'd be good decoration. So, polar bears don't climb, so there wouldn't be any risk of them climbing to get out, so I can put this right next to the fence without a problem. I do feel like this is still a bit bare, guys. No pun intended. Although, maybe that's a good thing, because polar bears are kind of used to not having anything in their environment besides open ground. So, maybe that's not so bad. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more decoration around here. Lamp posts, that's what we need. Need some of those around here to make this spot look more interesting. Or nicer, I should say. Make it look nicer. Perfect. Oh yeah, I think there's already, yeah, a bunch of lampposts along here too. No, there's lots of light. Alright guys, honestly, I don't feel the best right now, so I think I'm actually going to call it on this one. I will continue off camera, building all this up more, as usual, and trying to improve it. Please, 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 if you guys have any suggestions or criticisms or anything like that, please let me know. I always welcome ideas to make things look nicer. So, yeah, there you have it. This is the start of our polar bear exhibit. Hopefully it's going to turn out really nice in the end. Let me have another look from the ground here, actually, just to double check how I like the coastal rocks in the background. I'm still slightly iffy on them. I feel like it should be more white, because this is a polar bear exhibit, so it should be more of a white background and gray background, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll continue playing with it. So yeah, this is the, I want to say the expanse of our zoo so far, but that's not the right word. Extent, there we go, extent, I knew it was an E word, of our zoo so far. This is area's iffy, this is all built up. It's coming along nicely, I think. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, as always. It was fun making this. I look forward to seeing what else we can do with this zoo. So take it easy, and I will catch you all in the next one.